Alright, here's what's on my video today. Acrylic pour on a pair of canvas shoes. This is only like the 5th time I've done a acrylic pour, so it was quite fun. I think they turned out great, so I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay, so to begin this project here, all I've done is I've applied some Glad Press and Seal on the inside of the shoe and then taped it off with some masking tape. And I taped off this area here. Depending on what your shoe looks like, you'll want to decide where you want to tape off. And then, of course, I've taped off the sole. Now, I've already applied a coat of fabric painting medium to this shoe. And I've got a little bit left to do on this shoe. Now, this you can find at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and Joann's may even carry this product. It's Americana Deco Art product. So I've applied a pretty generous coat on here. And I've just got a little bit on this one left to do through here. And we're going to allow this medium to dry well. So depending on how heavy you put it on will depend on how long it takes to dry. So just get it on there. It's going to help the paint stick to the shoes, and that's very important. And the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take some multi-purpose sealer. Now you can buy this in Americana brand. Here it is. This Deco Art Americana brand or Delta brand. Both of these are available at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. This one's kind of an older bottle, so I'm hoping it's still going to work good. So for this step, I want to take a brush that's got a good sharp chisel edge here, and this is an angle brush. So I'm going to take this. I want to make sure that my tape stays sealed. So I'm going to take this and apply it just along the edge of the tape. I'm going to try to stay off of the shoe with this because I don't know if it will make the paint resist on the shoe. But I want to make sure that the tape is sealed so I don't have to come back and clean off my soles. When I remove the tape, it'll just be a nice clean edge there. So I am going to finish this up on both shoes, just right along that tape edge. And then I'm going to let it dry, and we're going to get our paints mixed up here. Okay, so my shoes are pretty close to being completely dry. This is what I've used. I used 1 ounce of Floetrol. I did use just regular masking tape and this green tape to tape up. I used 1 ounce each color of black. This is carbon black, this is quinacridone red, and then I had this tube of Winsor Newton white, titanium white, that I've had for probably 10 years, and I thought I better get some of it used up. And so I used this for my white. The lid doesn't want to screw on very good there. So those are the paints that I used here. Okay, so my white is just my white paint. And I did add some water. My white needed more water than the other colors. I did about 6 to 9 spritzes with this in each of my white. And I only did 3 in my red and my black. So now I'm going to add some silicone in here. Whoop. Or I'm going to squirt it out. I have no idea how much silicone went in there when it squirted, so that could be a big surprise. Alright, 3 drops. 3 drops is what I wanted, but that one over there might have got like 10. Okay, so I'm going to do this over here. Let me move this stuff so I can scoop my tray over and get my cup in the camera shot. So I want white to be my main color. So I'm going to put this whole cup of white in here first. And I really don't know how much paint I'm going to need for these shoes. I might have to mix some more up. This may just do one shoe. I'm really hoping this turns out well. That probably will be enough for one shoe. Well, maybe not. I think I should go ahead and just go ahead and mix it all here. Now this is just one, no, this is both of my cups of white here. With black. I'm really hoping this is enough for both shoes. So just these three colors is all I wanted on these shoes. Now my shoes I got, I believe they came from Michael's. No, yeah, Michael's. One of their little bins that they have inside the store. They had shoes in at one time and I grabbed this pair, but you can buy them at Walmart, any shoe store. They were just very, very inexpensive shoes. So let's see how this is going to work out. Okay, that was a lot. Try and get it to move down this way a little bit. Probably could have used more white and less black there. Oh. A little bit more here. I should move that other shoe so that I don't accidentally drip my paint on it. Try and turn this a little bit so I can get the back of the shoe here. I would like for it to be all the way up to the lip here, but I don't necessarily want it to go down inside the shoe. I've taped off in there, but I don't want it to go inside of it. So I'll probably try and control that just a little bit. This might be just a tad thick on here. So I'm going to hold it up and let as much run off of here as possible. And I may have to do this off camera because it might take a little while for this to run off. So I will return momentarily. Okay, so I did have enough in my cup to do both shoes. So now I have just propped them up on some little stands here. That one's not even under the shoe. And I'm just going to let the excess run off, and before it dries I'm going to come back and scrape off the run from the sole where I taped it on the sole. I'll take my palette knife and do that, and then we'll see, we'll remove the tape and see how they turned out. Okay, I let these dry about 18 hours, and I removed the tape off of this one. A little bit of paint ran underneath it, but I can probably clean that up. But turned out pretty good. I didn't get hardly any cells in this, which I was surprised, but it's still soft and pliable. I think it's going to wear well on the shoes. So let me see how this one comes off. Oh, this one got a little bit more paint underneath the tape. I must not have had it sealed well. So I'll have to do a little bit of cleaning up. Oh, yep, cleaning up on that side too. But overall, I think they turned out pretty good. Glad press and seal in here with some masking tape so I wouldn't get paint on the insides of the shoes. And I got a little bit underneath there, which I won't be able to remove that. So it'll just have to be what it is. So cleaning up on the edges here, but I think they turned out really good. I was going for a little bit more white, so if I ever do another pair, I'll do very little color and a lot more white. But overall, I think they turned out pretty good for a pour on some canvas shoes. And like I said, they're still very soft and pliable. It feels like the shoe was made with this paint already on it. So I think they turned out great. Alright, well, I've just got to clean up the edges of the soles here, and they're going to be good to wear. I'll probably let them dry a little bit longer before I test them out to wear. So let me know what you think. Can't wait to see what you do your next pour on. This is only like my 5th pour that I've done anything on, but I've had these canvas shoes for a long time. I was originally going to paint some kind of design on them, but decided I want to do a pour. I've got another pair, so I might do them in another color. But that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you guys on the next one.